Alright everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading. It's for everyone. Human beings, chipmunks, raccoons, bears, don't care what you are. Most of you are human beings. I know you all from Twitter and stuff. But anyway, this is for the new moon in Scorpio. Okay? And I said, as I said in a tweet this morning, I got a lot of questions. Everybody feeling crazy, everybody this, everybody picking up on that. And I said I was going to explain it a little bit in this reading, and I am. For those of you that fast forward until I throw the cards on the table, knock yourself out. But I was cruising YouTube and I see a lot of things, people talking about the new moon. Everybody got the same message. It's deep, going deep, dark shadow work, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's fucking obvious. Duh, it's a Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is a water sign and it's deep. Scorpio is like the oyster diver of water signs, right? Cancer can be very deep. They're the cardinal sign. They can be very deep. Cancer's deep in emotion. And Pisces, very creatively deep and artsy and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and Pisces can go deep too. Pisces and Cancer get along really well. They truly do. Scorpio, not that Scorpio doesn't get along with Cancer and Pisces, but Scorpio goes where nobody wants to go. Shadow work, as the kids say, would be a good example of it. So we have a new moon in Scorpio. All right, so let's talk about that. Why the energy is so weird? Well, I'm going to tell you something that nobody else can tell you. And I'm going to explain why readings from other people over the next few weeks are going to show some pretty crazy things. They're going to show, especially on the DM side. So, listen up. I often tell you there are three main energies. Me as an energy reader, I know y'all love astrology. I know. You love Mars conjunct Venus, this and that. As an energy reader, I can tell you there's three main things that affect most of what happens here. And one planet outside, which is the fourth thing. The three main things are the sun, the moon, and the Earth's magnetic field. And the effect that, in particular, the sun has on it quite a bit. The fourth thing, way out, is Jupiter. And I did a whole reading when Jupiter went direct and talked about Jupiter. It's not relevant to this. You can watch the Jupiter direct reading and learn all about why Jupiter is important. I'm not going to cover that here. But it's a very powerful, fast-moving, for its size, very fast-moving planet. Okay? That said, the moon. Here we are with the moon. One of the big three. All right? We got a new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio's a very deep sign. Probably why I'm very deep. I got a lot of Scorpio in my chart. It's probably why I hulk up this time of year. I don't know. I've never been able to figure it out 100%. But I know I could do deep conversations all night long with people. Hell, I used to do it all the time. I could deep conversation the pants right off anybody. I do it here, sort of. I actually do it here literally, I guess, for a while. It is something that people with Scorpio in their chart, or people Scorpios can do. Scorpio is a deep sign. There's no doubt about it. But what's this new moon about? Well, this new moons are always new beginnings, basically. It's kind of a reset sort of a thing. But this one is a reset on crack. In between the new moon on the 4th, it's on the 4th here where I am. It could be a different, if you're on a different time zone, but we'll call it the 4th. For this new moon on the 4th, all right, let's move that out of the way. It is in between the new moon on the 4th and the full moon on the 19th. We have the 11:11 portal energy. And the 11:11 portal energy is very similar to the full moon in Aries, where it created a lot of truth. While that was going on, there was a stopgap in place, and there was a lot of other things happening around that full moon in Aries. Okay? Now, we have a tie-up. These two moons, the new moon and the full moon in Taurus on the 19th, which is a partial eclipse, are tied together this time around. They're not always tied together. This time, they're tied. Usually the new moon is a lead-in and the full moon is a culmination kind of a thing. Not this time. These two, and those are usually split by 6 months because the opposite moon, etc., kind of a thing. This time around, these two are actually tied together energetically. And why is that? Well, I'll tell you why as soon as I clean up my allergies here. how do I phrase this? I'm going to have to give you an analogy to tell you what's going on here. We got the new moon energy and the 1111 portal, which is a lot of clarity, okay? And we got the full moon and a partial eclipse. Now, an eclipse is very similar to a reboot on your computer. It shuts everything down for a minute and then it comes back up, sort of a thing. It blocks the energy, so to speak. So it creates a series. It creates a reboot, basically, a restart. The universe knows that that's going to be happening, and the 1111 energy is what's tying these two together. So the universe knows what's going to be happening because everything that's ever happened or ever will happen has already happened. So to give you an analogy, I'll use a computer. It's a bit like when you reboot your computer. So here at the new moon, okay, we've got a lot of deep energy, someone being forced to feel their feels. Okay, we'll say it like that. And there you are at your computer. Here's my analogy. And you need to reboot. You're like, I don't know, you're out of RAM or something like that. You need to reboot. But you got a lot of shit open on your computer. You got Word, you got browsers, you got all kinds of things open. So, what do? You do what most people do. You start shutting down programs. You start, well, I got to reboot. I'm going to close Word. I'm going to close the browsers. You close everything down. Otherwise, it takes forever to reboot because your computer's got to shut all that stuff off and all that kind of stuff. So most people just close everything and then go and reboot. Well, that's kind of what's happening here. It's all of the distractions that your person uses to distract themselves from you. Work, pentacle-y things, practical things, keeping themselves busy, whatever it is, are being shut down in preparation for the reboot of the computer, metaphorically speaking, during the eclipse, full moon on the 19th. One of those programs that's being shut down is a little program I like to call Stopgap 2.0. So this new moon is causing all of the feelings they have for you to rush back in. All of a sudden they can feel them again. And on top of all that, all of the distractions, all those other programs that they use to distract themselves from you are also being closed. So they're being forced in the Scorpio new moon to go deep. Very deep. Yeah, it's a deep new moon. It really is. They're being forced to go way, way deep. And unfortunately for them, you're there while they're deep. You're the only thing they're going to be able to focus on. So you're going to pick up on a lot of shit over the next few weeks from your person's side. And that's where a lot of it is coming from. The anger, the up all night, the mood swings, the this, the that. You're going to pick up on it. You're going to pick up on all of it. I'm sure of it. And how do I know? Well, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. My pre-shuffle. The King of Cups. The one who doesn't like to feel. The one who only shares a half a cup here and there, afraid to be vulnerable, is not going to like. The Eight of Swords is not going to like this new moon. They're going to be feeling it. They're going to be all up in their head, all up in their feelings, confused, not sure what to do. They're going to feel trapped because all the programs are being closed during the new moon in preparation for the reboot, which is the eclipse. It's a partial eclipse, but it's still a reboot. It still blocks the energy for a bit. It's a complete reset. So, one of those programs is Stopgap 2.0, as I like to call it. They're going to be forced to feel it. We only need to go 3 cards in. Ace of Wands. They're going to feel that they want this, and they don't like it. The King of Cups is no likey this new moon in Scorpio. So let's shuffle the deck and let's go. So that's what's going on. I mean, the best analogy I can give. It's closing the programs before the reboot on the 19th. And all the stuff they use to distract themselves from thinking about you, from feeling you, are going away. Including the stopgap, which is sending you right back in to their soul again so they can feel the connection. And the 1111 portal creates a whole lot of truth, a whole lot of realization, a whole lot of I need to face this. And that King of Cups, he no likey. He no likey. And if you think about it in 3D terms, it makes sense. We're coming up on what most of us call the holiday season. People at work, if your person uses work to distract themselves from you, I mean, the universe is a clever old gal. She's fickle, but she's clever too. If your person uses work to distract themselves from you, this time of year, especially here in the U.S., everybody's on vacation, they're gone, they're taking off, there's no big projects being started. I mean, it's basically shut down until after the new year. For the most part, starting around our U.S. Thanksgiving, which is right around just after that full moon, that eclipse, that total reboot. This person's going to have a whole new perspective on what they missed out on, and it's going to cause a lot of communication. You're going to be seeing a lot of communication cards. All right. I didn't show it to you, but underneath that Ace of Wands was a Page of Wands, and that's communication. Let's see where we go here. Shuffling the deck. All signs, everybody, fly over the soulmate cycle. New moon in Scorpio. What are the energies, universe? Let's pull ourselves a reading, shall we? Listen, it was worth me explaining that to you because a lot of you are going to be feeling some weird shit, and I think my analogies make it simple for you, right? All the stuff they use to distract themselves from you is going away. They're going to be forced to feel you, including the stopgap is gone. So you're there, and they can't distract themselves. That's going to be sending some wicked energy your way. Proof of it is the card before the cut, the Hermit. The Hermit is accessing inner wisdom. It's going deep. They're not going to have any choice. The only light left on is you. There's no way for them to distract themselves. All the programs are getting closed all around them. And you pop back into their soul with the stopgap shut down. And I don't know if the stopgap comes back after the reboot. I do not know if that's a program that gets reopened. I'm going to find out when we all find out. The Burger King after the cut. I had the Hermit and the Burger King. They're going to be doing a lot of thinking. And look, it's an eclipse. Look, it's a new moon or an eclipse. It's the only way to draw either one, and it's right there. You see it? The Emperor, the Burger King, is going to be forced into the Hermit with no computer and just sitting alone in a cave thinking about their fucking behavior and what they did and what they missed out on and what they feel for you. Because Stopgap 2.0 is closed too. Yeah. Listen, if you ever doubt tarot's real, just look at my pre-shuffle and what just happened here before and after the cut. Yeah. Stick around. This is going to be a fucking hell of a reading. I know what's going on. I look into these things. I pull a lot of readings offline to help me learn some things. Okay? I did one in front of you just the other night. I pulled a reading I was going to do, the Twin Flame Journey, the little mini one. I was going to do that offline to help me see where we're at. But I did it in front of you because I want to teach people things here. I want to try to make... Never been more disappointed than when I watched YouTube last year before making my channel. I thought, my God, what the fuck? It was just disappointing. You got to do some prep work, you know? You got to. And what we learned from that Twin Flame Journey, the little mini reading from the other night, well, the Divine Feminine is just beautiful, of course, but the Divine Masculine is holding on to that Ace of Cups. Now I understand the Ace of Cups even more. You know, yeah, they're forced to look at the cup. The girl on the card is looking at the fucking cup, looking at it, holding it, looking at it. Yeah, look at it, motherfucker. Look. All right, here we go. We're giving the deck a final shuffle for the new moon in Scorpio. What do you want to tell these people, universe? Let's pull a reading, and it knows what I mean by that. God damn, I love tarot. Four of Swords is our overall energy. This whole reading is clarifying. Ting! A little third eye going off. Third eye, fourth eye, fifth eye, big toe chakra, dick chakra, push chakra, ass chakra. Every fucking chakra you can think of is going to be lit on this person. All of them. Even the nipple chakras. I mean, they're going off like wildfire. Okay? Male or female. It don't matter. All of it. And I know some of those aren't chakras, so please don't write in. Come on, get a sense of humor. All right, Four of Swords. It's right there with the Hermit. When I see the Hermit and Four of Swords in close proximity, somebody is just forced to look at all this stuff. Everything I've told you just got validated. What's fueling this? I always take a look. The wheel of fortune. Destiny. The wheel turning. It's... Come on. They're forced. This is 5D shit. This is major arcana. This is the universe. It is happening. It is happening here with this. Let's flip this and let's do a reading. This whole reading clarifying everything I just told you. And hopefully my computer analogy made sense. And I don't care if you're someone, well, I don't close programs first. I just reboot. Just take the analogy, okay? Programs are closing in preparation for a reboot. All the distractions are gone. And the stopgap is one of the programs that's being closed. In fact, it's the first fucking one. All right? Eclipses are reboots. That's what they are. It's a shutdown of the energy for a minute and from the moon, and then it comes back. In the case of a solar eclipse, it's a shutdown of the energy for a minute from the sun. It's a little different effect. A little different than what astrology tells you, too. It's interesting. But anyway, hey, that's where energy readers have an advantage, I guess. Astrology was written by people that didn't read energy to try to figure out the energy, to try to spot the patterns and all of that. I don't need it. I read the energy. I just look at how the planets and the gravity pulls on the energy, and I adjust for that. I know how energy affects things, and I know the moon, the sun, and the Earth's magnetic field could be all the astrology anybody ever needs. I'll tell you that. That's the shit that really pulls on us and makes a difference. Big time. Big time. Right here's the energy around the connection. Right here's how your person feels in their emotions. Right here is how they feel about you and the soul, which you're now there with stopgap 2.0 being shut down. Not what they show you, not what they tell you, because that's bullshit. This is the hidden energy. What the universe wants you to know. A little conversation with me and the fickle old gal. I'll let you listen in. It's red with the energy of the connection and the final outcome, potential final outcome. I can't predict free will. We still got some Toonses the driving cats in here. But I'll tell you what, even if your person is Toonses the driving cat and drives off the road of destiny, and ends up in the bushes, even if your person is that, take solace in knowing that they're feeling it. You're going to feel what they're feeling. If you allow yourself to, you can check it out for a minute. It might make you feel better. You might if you're trying to block it, you might feel anger and all that stuff, but just for a moment allow yourself to feel what's coming from the other side and empathize. Switch roles with your person and say, imagine you fucked up and you ran away from you. How you'd be feeling if it was stuck in your face and all the chakras were lit up. What's the energy around? This is powerful. It's a powerful time of year, and it came up in I did a 6-month or 7-month card pull for the second half of the year, earlier in the year. Every fucking month I pulled is coming accurate. Alright? And yeah, somebody tweeted yesterday that, oh, there's some variance in this and that and the other thing. Yeah, there's always variances. But the main energies that are affecting things are quite positive if you're waiting to hear from somebody here in November and December. But I can't guarantee it's going to happen. Your person might just be a fuckwit asshole. I don't know. Y'all dealing with a different person. What's the energy around the connection right now in this new moon in Scorpio? 9 of Wands. That's not surprising. It's even got a little moon on it, doesn't it? This is almost a wounded warrior energy. I don't like to read this card that way, but it is. I get the image in my mind of your person all beaten and battered. All right. It's going to be interesting to clarify this. It is kind of a, someone who's sort of beat down a little bit, realizing what they missed from hiding behind a wall, mind you. However, I will say, regardless of what's happened in your connection, it hasn't gone. This is the energy of the connection. It's a card of perseverance. It hasn't gone anywhere. The connection is intact. It's solid. It's in good shape, in spite of what's happened in the 3D. Okay? And the connection lives in the 5D. So, and it can get beat up. It's beat up a little bit, but it's still okay. It'll still run. Right here is how do they feel in their emotions? 8 of Cups. That is the program's being shut down. That's it. They feel like they should just walk away. They should give up. Right? I want to say they also feel like they want to run away. They also feel like you're gone. There's so many things here. It's a sad card. I just get sadness off of the Eight of Cups. I'm sorry, that's all I get. How do they feel? Sad. They would feel sad. Empathize. Flip roles. What if you ran away from you? You're pretty cool, aren't you? You're a pretty good catch, right? You got Empress energy around you. You're pretty awesome. You're a pretty good bang. You know, and, you know, I just get sadness around that card. How do they feel? We'll find out more when we clarify. And you know I'm going to extend this. You bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for it extended in the description. We got a lot to go deep on. It's a Scorpio new moon reading. Scorpio's deep. We're going to go deep. This is sad. But the connection's still there. And they're going to be forced to feel it. Right here, how do they feel in their soul about you? Not what they show you, not what they tell you. Yeah, I knew we'd get something beautiful here. The Queen of Pentacles. This is you. This is them. A little suckling fawn here. Right? That's it. The picture says 1,000 words. You nurture their soul. And they're going to be forced to feel it. It's going to be unreal. The energy you're going to get is going to be unreal. I suggest you get a fucking hobby and distract yourself with something, because they're not going to be able to find anything to distract themselves from the amount of force that's coming at them. They're not. And we saw that Emperor. We saw the Burger King. They're going to be forced to choke on you. It's like putting 1,000 Whoppers in front of them and saying, eat this. You know, it's like that. It's a hidden energy. Let's have a chat with the fickle old gal. I love it when this card falls here. It's the love geese. It's the lovers. This is everything I told you. It's red with this card. Everything I told you about this card just got validated. This connection is fine in the 5D. It's fine. It's still there. It's a little torn and battered. Look at that wall. It's got overgrowth on it. You know, it could use a gardener. It could use a little tending. Right? So could some of you divine feminines. I feel that horniness kicking back up in the energy again. Jesus. Holy crap. Some of you need to go out and get banged. Okay? Let me just tell you. Especially if you're, you know, if you're what you, especially all of you, all the hundreds of you are telling me you're feeling grumpy and angry. Go out and get you some. Go find somebody. Somebody will do it. Anybody will do it. Go out. Just wear protection. Right here. Lovers. It's in the energy. I tell you. Alright? Sorry if it made somebody out there uncomfortable. But hey, it has to be said. Go get banged. Right here. The lovers. It's a very powerful connection that they're going to be forced to feel. The universe is basically saying, Steve, tell them I'm turning up the volume all the way. The knob is all the way up. And it might break past it. What's the final outcome? Moving away from the Burger King food is the final outcome. It's the Emperor returning from after the cut. Red with the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Very sad about their behavior. And we saw the Hermit before this in the cut. So they're being forced to look at their behavior too. It's all about the eclipse and the new moon. That symbol represents both. And it's both. They're both here. It is truly something. It really is. I feel almost, that is the most sadness I've ever lost. And not sadness. I mean, I'm not saying they're sitting around crying, but there's a loss here. They're going to feel the loss because they're going to feel the connection. They got nothing to distract themselves. It's like the TV's broken, everything's broken. There's nothing to do. It's like Victorian times. There's a candle and maybe a book. You know, that's about it. It's that kind of thing. It's like when the power's out and you're like, I have nothing to do. The power's out. It's like 1870 here. What the hell? You know, that kind of thing. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's clarify. Why is the Nine of Wands here? This is going to be good. Oh, I love this. Oh, boy. That 1111 portal is going to be awesome, too. I'll pull a reading on that as it gets a little closer. It's still, the energy's still, it's not there yet. Nine of Wands. What do we got? What do we got? Why is the Nine of Wands here? Bottom of the deck. Page of Swords. Crossing that. Okay? It's a card of spying, and I don't want to say they're spying. I'm saying, but it's a card of spying, and there's a barn owl on this card, because most of the day, these barn owls spend sitting in the tree, just looking at shit. Spotting where the food is, spotting where whatever it is. Yeah, they spy a lot. And I said early on in my days here, when I used to give you little hawk and owl lessons, I said most of you, if you take walks in your neighborhood and you have trees, you walk under about a half a dozen of these little critters, and you don't even know it. They're a very common owl, especially here in the U.S. But you never spot them. They're very well camouflaged unless you know what you're looking for. They're just being forced to look at it. It's what it's saying. And they just look at shit. That's what they do. Yeah. Knight of Cups represents love here. Yep. Everything's fine. This connection is healthy. It's a lot. Love, right? I'm telling you, Nine of Swords. It is. With the Lovers here, the universe turning up the volume, that's not a surprise. I would have even expected an 8 or a 9. I would have expected an 8 of Swords there. 9 is good. That's moving in the right direction. We're heading toward the 10 of Swords, which is where somebody finally says, fuck it, and has their epiphany and resets to the Ace of Swords. Yeah. The new moon, I can safely say with these energies here, the new moon is going to be forcing your person to feel their feels as all their distractions get shut down and Stopgap 2.0 gets shut down. They're going to be feeling it, and they don't like it. They don't like it. Too bad. 8 of Cups. Why is it here? Loss, sadness. Just sadness and loss for the 8 of Cups. It's not even walking toward the 9 of Cups. It's just sitting in it, kind of a thing. I guess it's very still energy. It's still. I'm drawn more to the stillness of here than I am these cups broken at the bottom. Okay, why is the 8 of Cups here? Whoa, easy, easy. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Nine of Pentacles crossing the 8 of Cups. It's woulda, coulda, shoulda. I already said it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I said it with the 8 of Swords in the pre-shuffle. 10 of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Okay. All right. For some of you, your person's this is going to help your person see what shit they're. For some of you, if your person's married or they're with someone, this is really going to hammer home. This is where the decision is made. We've been seeing it in the fly on the wall readings. Okay. We've been seeing it on somebody's about to be single and free to pursue for some of you. Whatever they thought was 10 of Pentacles, they're moving on from, because all this is making them see a lot. But it's made them see it before, but now it is like, again, the universe is churning up the volume here. It's what I described. All the distractions are gone. Now they're forced to live with what they've chosen as 10 of Pentacles, and they know likey. The other energy that's underneath is about an undying urge to go toward what they woulda, coulda, shoulda, which is you. And this is you, right here. This is what's real. This is determination. He also got a moon on his forehead, which I don't always notice and I don't always note, but it's right there. It's a black moon too, that denotes either a new moon or an eclipse in this deck. Chatty Cathy in front of the moon is also an eclipse of sorts, but it's sort of a light bulb going off the way I'm reading it here. The pentacle around the neck is over here. They know where their pentacle is buttered, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. How they see you is beautiful. It's beautiful energy. They don't want to, though. They want to fight this every step of the way, but there's no more distractions. They can't. There's nothing to distract them. They can't do it. Queen of Pentacles, why is it here? Tell me about how they feel about my people here. How do they feel? 7 of Cups crossing it. Two energies. let me see what's under it. Yeah, it's about you. It's all, again, the Six of Cups. It's woulda, coulda, shoulda. Again, this person is going to be forced into a whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. What could have been. This person knows. They've dreamed. They know that they could have the Ten of Pentacles with you. Okay, they know it. I'm sure some of you have daydreamed Ten of Pentacles with them too. No doubt. You know it's there. But this person spends a lot of time distracting themselves from things, and they can't do that now. We're prepping for a reboot, and it's causing a great deal of confusion for them. And I actually get sadness around this, and it makes sense. Sadness around this is, you know, someone who made a bad choice. Someone who made the wrong choice. Sometimes when you have a lot of options, which you might, and they're also afraid of, but sometimes when you have a lot of options, it can be tough. You know, I gave you the lottery win analogy. Walking into Best Buy, you can have anything you want. That's a tough decision. You could have anything you want. You know, you got one option, two options. Should I get that? Should I just get the best one of those? And your urge to save money and get a coupon is still there because you haven't been rich very long. It's almost hell. It is. Right here. Six of Wands. Transfer. They want to fix this. They will want to. How do I phrase this? In the Nine of Swords, while they're there, it's almost an indescribable underlayer of energy of happiness in the Nine of Swords. It's like there's a layer of hope to it. It's like they're pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey, but at the same time they're like, well maybe there's a way. There's something we can do here. They see you also as being thriving a little bit. You know, you're doing okay. You don't need them as much as they need you, which is true because you're this adult dear. She's perfectly fine, male or female, on her own. Queen of Pentacles can take care of herself. The person, not so much. Not so much on the emotion department. That's what happens when you shut down. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles comes after it. They're trying. I see it. It's again. I go to it's bouncing off the Nine of Swords. They're trying to find something to distract themselves away from it, and they can't because it bounces back to the Nine of Swords. I can't find anything. I can't find anything to distract myself. I can't. It's absolutely amazing. These are going to be spectacular cards here. I can't wait to see what falls on that. Lovers. Why is it here? What else you want to tell these people, universe? Fucking unreal. So basically, everything they used to use to distract themselves is going away, and the stopgap is going away. You pop back in. The 1111 portal energy comes in and forces truth and clarity, and then they got to figure out what they're going to do about it. Their inclination is to still try to find something else. Well, there's got to be something else I can do. Maybe Christmas shopping. Maybe shopping for Thanksgiving turkey. That can distract me. It's not going to distract you because every turkey's going to look like you. Every turkey they look at, there's going to be something on it that reminds the universe is going to keep shoving. It's got the volume up. Everything. Oh, the price of the turkey will be your birthday. Kind of a thing like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's $1.24 a pound. They were born on January 24th. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. What are we going to do? You know, that kind of thing. Everything. Oh, I see it. It's here. It's lovely. And if your person's in a third party, this makes me smile even more. I mean, yeah, this is them realizing where their Ten of Pentacles is if your person isn't. But if there's been something blocking this connection from you, they are going to hate it. They are going to want it gone. They're going to pick fights with it if it's a person or a family dynamic. It's on. It's on. And you'll see that in other people's readings too. That'll come up. Even the worst readers will be able to pick up on that energy because it's very surface. Lovers. Why is it here? Lovers. I said volume up, right? Yeah, volume up. Crossing is the sun. They're going to flood them with happiness. It's going to. I said the butt chakra would be open. I said rewind. There it is. It's open and inflamed. Any proctologists watching right now are freaking out. They're seeing the dollar signs rack up. Oh, that needs surgery. That's where we're going to have to go in. Yeah. This is serious volume. The Lovers and the happiest card in the deck, the Sun. It's also an epiphany on crack. It's also a large flash of energy all at once. The sun tends to, think about it, when the sun comes up, right? The sun lights things instantly, snap of a finger. You know, there's a moment where it's still kind of dark, and then all of a sudden everything is just lit. It might be dimly lit, but it's all lit. You can start seeing things. And as the sun gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and these geese get closer and closer and closer, this shit's gonna happen. Yep, bye-bye. There it is, coming in. Knight of Swords. Yep, 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 yep. And the World. Yep. I wasn't even worried. I didn't know what cards were on top, but I wasn't worried. I could have gotten egg on my face there. I took a chance on that story. I kept going brighter and brighter and brighter. If I got shit cards, I'd have been in trouble. But the Knight of Swords, now the universe backing me up today. It wants you to know this information. It's not even fighting me. It's not. It wants you to know what's happening here. And I feel it in the static energy. Some of you are like, well, I don't believe that because my person is... It doesn't matter. Your person may or may not come in. I'm not saying sit by your phone and wait by the door. But for me, speaking for myself, if somebody fucks me over, I like finding out later that they regretted it. I know it's probably wrong to think that, and you might think, well, that's kind of petty. It's not really petty. It warms our soul a little bit to know that we had an impact on somebody. You know, whether that somebody tells you or not, it's very nice to know that we've had an impact on somebody. I find out about the impact I had on a lot of you from a lot of you. You tell me. And that's nice. It's nice to hear. It's soul warming. It helps me to go forward and have more of an impact on other people. This person, you've had an impact on them, but they spent a lot of time ignoring it, looking away, not wanting to feel it, but secretly underneath daydreaming, which is why you always get confusing kind of signals from that, right? Some days you're happy, some days you're not, some days you're this and you feel lost, or you feel empty, and then you feel full, and then you off and on, over and over and over and over again. That cycle is ending. A cycle of whatever the hell this is, the Nine of Swords. All of this is ending. A cycle is ending right now. And that came up in my year-end reading too, that I did. And I've had a lot of people, an absorbent number of people, who've told me that my June through December reading that I pulled a while back, it's in the Timeless set, or it's somewhere, I don't know where it is really accurate. It's getting pretty, I mean, it's hard to pull long range. So I have to pull a very general energy down the middle, but I see it playing out here. I do. Knight of Swords with the Knight of Cups is yep. Gotta go get it. There's nothing else they can think about. The Knight of Swords is very determined. He's got a specific message. The universe gave me this card for a reason. It's to say, yeah, they're feeling the love, but this is determination. This is determination too. This is why I say, if they got a third party on their side, they're married, which I know a lot of your people are, if you're watching this, they're going to be forced to look at what they're going to want out. They're going to come to some realizations about life, sort of the life is short realizations, because they've turned away something that was very powerful, powerful enough to last all this time, and have some of you still watching tarot readings, and have them still feeling it. Now, they couldn't feel it for a bit. The stopgap did its job. They were trying to find you. But this person's brilliant at distracting themselves. They're very half-ass in their dark night of the soul. It's almost a dimly lit night of the soul. You know, it's the dark night of the soul, but they have a flashlight. And one of those ones the cops carry. You know, one of those really good ones. This person's got nothing now. They're completely in the dark. All I'm drawn to on this card is the black area here. That's where I was drawn when I pulled it. That's why I kind of had pause. I didn't want to say the normal things that go with the Eight of Cups. But I will say they're walking away from something. In a third party normal thing for the Eight of Cups here, they are walking away from what they once thought was 10 Pentacles. And they're doing it with determination. And it's in no small part, even though they're still trying to distract themselves because they can't. And the Burger King here, this is... See, now remember from the pre-cut, or from the cut section of the reading, the first one before the cut is why the fuck are we here in my reading. That's the why the fuck are we here position, universe. And it was a hermit. Okay? Our whole reading is clarifying sort of a little minor arcana hermit here. Except this little lamb has all these chakras going off, and that's what the balanced emperor, the unbalanced emperor, the Burger King, has been missing. They've been missing a little enlightenment. They're getting enlightened about a third situation, and they're getting enlightened about you. They're being forced to feel you while the reboot is getting ready to happen. I love this. Why is the emperor here? I love it. This is the shit I love pulling tarot for. I can't wait to see what falls on this card. Come on. Let's go. Why is the emperor here? Give me a good fucking answer, universe. Don't make me work for it. It's Wednesday morning. For fuck's sake. Don't make me work for it. Come on. Six of Swords. It's twofer. The Six of Swords is always a twofer card. Okay? On the one hand, there's choppy water. On the other hand, there's moving toward calmer water and the rainbow. Right? This card is interesting here because this is the Burger King. This is your person. Your person fell in the final outcome. This new moon is all about them. It's all about the DM side. It's all about the runner. It is not about you. The Empress, as we saw from the Divine Feminine, as we saw from my little reading I pulled for you yesterday on the Twin Flame Journey, got the Sun. You're fine. You're working on your shit. You know what to do. Some of you are still a little, but you're all right. You get it. And you got a support system and everything like that. Right? They got nothing. It's all about them. So you're going to be picking up a lot from them. What I was going to say is, this is a rainbow, this is a rainbow. Okay? This is moving away from the choppy waters of the third party, but it's also moving toward something else. Page of Pentacles. Look, another rainbow. God, we got just a pride parade here. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Moving away from one rainbow to come to another. This is a studious card. It's a card of learning. Page of Pentacles. It's a card of... It is a card of communication, I suppose. We got to see what comes after. Two cards want to come out. Three of Pentacles and a Hanged Man. They got a whole new perspective on what's worth putting their time into. Okay? A whole new perspective. These two wanted to come out together. I thought it was a Hanged Man. I pulled it. It was like this. I thought, oh, the Hanged Man. Okay, they got a whole new perspective. I'll need to pull a couple cards to see on what. And then I realized it had the Three of Pentacles underneath it. That's a whole new perspective because they're doing some thinking, some learning. Yeah, on a page level. But it's your person. I mean, come on. They were the Burger King. There's still a little Burger King in there. But they got a whole new perspective on what's worth putting time into, on what a foundation is. Listen, this person, regardless of what you think, for some of you, they're going to come rushing in. I was just about to say when I pulled this card, I don't know what's under this card. But I was just about to say, I mean, I do now, because I happened to catch a glimpse of it. I was going to say, when I said you got a real pride parade here, right? And I pointed to the rainbows, I was going to say, you don't get a rainbow without the sun. And the sun was the crossing card here. Okay? This is all about you and your connection. Underneath this Six of Swords is the sun. This is what they're coming toward. You don't get a rainbow without the sun. What they thought was a rainbow isn't a rainbow. Distracting yourself with work so you don't have to feel something and staying in a terrible relationship is not a fucking rainbow. That's just killing time until you die. That's all it is. And there's a couple of signs where I get this for Leo and Pisces in particular, where their person is with someone and they feel trapped and whatever. This person is going to be, if you're one of those people, this person's going to be forced. There's no more, the programs are closing. And the stopgap is closing. At the new moon, kiss the stopgap goodbye. That's the first program. The damn universe is closing. Give me 3 cards here. What else you want to tell these people? It's nice. I don't necessarily think, I don't know. I shouldn't speak too soon. Because the Chariot is here, which implies forward movement. I was going to say I don't necessarily see them coming in. I just see some deep, dark realizations. But I like to explain to you why those deep, dark realizations are there, and not just, it's Scorpio, and Scorpio is deep. You know, there's more than that. There's energy things happening. There's things happening in the 5D, including in the 3D even, distractions going away. Give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell the collective here? Yeah. There is some forward movement. Page of Cups, towards you, I mean. 4 of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Crossing the 4 of Wands is you. The divine counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. Your energy, you guys are a divine counterpart, period, but your energy is attached to that. That's how they see you, but this is also how they see you. It didn't have another Queen of Pentacles to give me in the deck. It gave me this, okay? This is the rainbow antlered 8-point buck. I get the Grease song, right? You're the one that I want. Woo, woo, woo. That kind of a thing. It's that kind of energy here, okay? It's just a realization. And they know they fucked up, and they're moving slowly towards it. He's moving slowly towards this 4 of Wands. He's crossing this, and this is why. Because you're irreplaceable to this person. This person, I say that a lot, and I know a lot of you doubt it. My person's never coming in. I've already, it's fine. It's no big deal. I just watch the reading because you're funny. Okay, fine, I'm funny, but I'm also telling you what's in the energy. And maybe they're not coming in. Maybe it's best you think that. It makes you feel better. Go on. Then fine. Don't sit around. Go out and get yourself banged. Have fun. All right? It's good for you. Go out and get some static energy on you. Put your fancy snowsuit on or your raincoat and go out and have some fun. But the energy is clear. What's happening here at the new moon, for those of you that aren't going to the extended, I'll just wrap it up. All right? I know my mom and sister will be there. That's all that matters. But for those of you that aren't going to get some wicked voodoo here, this is a situation where we got a rebooting computer. And we got a bunch of programs open. Your person uses those programs to look away from you, to waste time. This is why we always get the Knight of Pentacles. And I always say from the Lightseer deck, there's a lot of wasted time behind that fool who won't get on the racehorse. This is why we have a lot of wasted time here. You can waste a lot of time distracting yourself. Whether you're in a bad marriage or a bad family situation or a bad job, you can waste a lot of time distracting yourself with things. I had a bad job once. I hated it. I used to sit there in my cubicle all day, and I made a gum wall. I like to chew gum back in those days, and I literally made a gum castle over the time I was there, and I had fun rearranging it and stuff, and the day would go by like that. It was great, but it was just wasting fucking time. I was distracting myself. It makes time go faster. So to the divine feminine side, time is going very slow because you're focused on this person, and are they going to reach out? And oh my God, and oh my God. So I keep you busy a little bit by making you laugh and lighting you up and giving you some tips. But on the other side, there's a lot of wasted time. It's going by very fast for them, because they're building gum walls and distracting themselves with little projects and little things. Oh, I think I'll build a popsicle stick boat today, so I don't have to think about the divine feminine. I'll build a popsicle stick boat. It all is just a distraction. All of it's going away. All of it. If you want to imagine it in your mind, it's all the programs on your computer closed right before you hit the restart button. Okay? It's that moment. And then that eclipse comes in, and then everything shuts down, and then it comes back up. And when it comes back up, according to these cards, according to what I'm pulling, especially this and the Hermit and the Burger King showing up twice, it's a whole new world. They're in a whole new environment. For a lot of you, the third party will be gone. And once that happens, whatever that third party is, whatever that third energy is, a spouse, a job, a way of thinking, a way of being the Burger King, it doesn't matter. And it'll be gone. Anything blocking this, they'll know what they need to do. Whether they do it or not, I can't predict. I cannot predict free will. Your person might just be the fuckwit to end all fuckwits. Chicken shit to end all chicken shits. Dumbass to end all dumbasses. I do not know. But I do know a lot of you. Okay, I talk to a great deal of you on Twitter. Hundreds of you, in fact. And I know you're pretty damn fine people, and you deserve someone who wants you. So if this person doesn't come in, fuck them. Why do you want someone who doesn't want you? They're going to want you. And speaking for myself, when I want someone or something, I go fucking get it. And that's why my life is my life, and I'm the way I am. This person wants to whatever. After the reboot of the eclipse, all the distraction programs will be back up. All bets are off what they'll do, but they will have realized some serious things at that point. They will have realized what they lost. If they choose not to do anything about it, you didn't want them anyway. You dodged a bullet. If they choose to do something about it, you're going to hear from them, because regardless of what you want to believe, energetically speaking, connection speaking, you're irreplaceable to this person. They're not going to find another you anywhere. Anywhere. Now you, on the other hand, if you get your Empress energy up, will attract all sorts of things, and you'll be rewarded by the universe because you changed this person's life. You did. And that's not why you're getting rewarded. You're getting rewarded by the universe because, well, you changed yourself. You learned your lesson. You paid your karmic debt. Now it's like paying off a credit card. You paid off the credit card. Now it's empty. You can go use it. And you can buy all kinds of shit. Maybe your credit card had a $100,000 limit. And you paid it all off. Now it's a zero balance. Woohoo! Get your ass over to Best Buy and get that really good laptop. I don't know, but you can do it. That's my point. Empress energy, Empress can do anything. It attracts stuff. It's got an open limit credit card. Have your fun. This person, if they don't learn the lesson, if they just go back to distracting themselves and all the same usual bullshit, they haven't learned the lesson. They're not going to get any rewards. It's just going to keep, again, like I always say with Toots is the driving cat, driving off the road of destiny. You land in a tower, right? A Prius is not an off-road vehicle. It's got little 13-inch wheels and a very low ground clearance. It's going to get hung up on a damn twig as soon as it hits the woods. That's not what it's for. It's a tower. Let them sit in a tower. You worry about your side of the fence. On their side of the fence, they're going to be feeling the shit out of you in this new moon. Make sure you know that. Okay? Acknowledge it. And as far as the questions I'm going to get of how do I distract myself, how do I make it go away? Listen, there's almost, unless you're a Tibetan monk, there's almost nothing you can do. You're tied to this person. Maybe my suggestion is distract yourself. It'll get out of the way real quick if you go out and get some static energy on you from outside eyes looking on you. Find your self-worth and get the internal static energy. If you're truly coming into your Empress energy, you don't care whether this person comes in or not. So if you do care and you're sitting around worried about what you're feeling from the other side, that's a sign to you that you need to do some more work on yourself, that you're not quite there yet. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not faulting you for it. I'm telling you to do it because it's important. Once you find that energy, you'll basically be me. I don't give a fuck who likes me or doesn't in the real world. I don't care. Even if I'm madly in love with somebody and they just ignore me and go away. Okay. Somebody else will fill the void. I know that because nature abhors a vacuum. So if you're not interested, get the fuck out of my vacuum. You know, get the fuck out of my space so that nature can fill it with someone who is. That's the way you should look at life. It's just my opinion. It's my point of view. But energetically speaking, it's pretty fucking solid advice. Okay? At the end of the day, if you can do that, you'll always get what you want. Or get what you need, as the Rolling Stones once sang. You can't always get what you want. But sometimes you get what you need, and you've got to create voids to do that. So that's what's happening. That's what this energy is. This energy begins, computer programs start shutting down at the new moon. Probably about right now, actually. I can feel them shutting down. The stopgap is gone. All but gone. It's shutting down. Probably about a 3-week period. Could be 4. Okay, it's going to run right through the eclipse. Some of you might hear from the person between the new moon and the full moon. You might. It depends how crazy your person gets when they can't distract themselves, because in that period between the new moon and full moon, they can't distract themselves anymore. They're just going to feel you. So it depends. It depends on your person. Like I say, they may be a mild case of fuckwit runner, or you might have some kind of super fuckwit. I don't know. I don't know what you got. Worry about you. I do. I worry about you. I worry about the people who are in front of me, who are here, and I try to give you advice to take care of you. All right? And I have. So rewind. I'm not going to repeat myself. It's there. I'm going to pull an extended right now. Okay? The good news is crossing that King of Pentacles is a King of Swords. And he got a rainbow sword, and he got rainbow antlers. This is your person. They're either coming in. There's a good chance for a lot of you they're coming to get it. That owl means business. That's a great horned owl. You don't fuck with them. I'll tell you what. They don't need a sword. He got 2.5, 3-inch talons. What the hell? Who gave him a sword? God. Great. Jesus Christ. That's all we need is great horned owls with swords, 2-foot bird with a 5-foot wingspan and a sword. And 3-inch talons. Good. Thank you. They're coming. He makes a plan. He takes action. Okay? I'm going to pull some wicked voodoo. I'm going to go in the extended. It's going to be very different. And my extendeds are not just now for the rest of the reading, go for the extended. No. Fuck that. I'm not some used car salesman. No. I'm going to go into the whole reboot process. I'm going to go into your person's head. I'm going to find out what the hell's going on here. And for those of you in a third party, I am going to pull a reading or two on a third party situation, because there's a third energy here. This 8 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. I think it's finally they realize they've had enough of trying to make it work for the vast majority of you. Whether they do anything about it, I don't know. Again, you might have a super fuckwit. Sometimes it happens. I have met super fuckwits in my life. I have. And they have a crazy car. They wear their underwear on the... You think you'd spot it. If you meet someone and their underwear is on the outside of their pants, you probably want to stay away from that person. Think about when you met this person. Was their underwear on the outside of their pants? If it was, then I'm sorry. You got a super fuckwit. But I'm going to pull on that. What I don't see here is absolutely beautiful. I don't see a devil. And I don't have devil energy. I don't have angel energy either, per se. Any cards that would indicate that. And that's good, actually. That means that this is actually a vacuum. What you see here in this reading is a vacuum of sorts. And that vacuum's nature abhors a vacuum. It fills them. Yeah, a vacuum is I can't distract myself from this person. Oh my God, all I feel is this person. Where'd that stopgap go? God, I'd kill to get that stopgap back. Yeah. They're going to feel every inch of you. Whether they come in or not depends on how they wear their underwear. That's the best I can tell you. Outside the pants or inside the pants. I don't know. And don't tweet, what if my person's commando? Don't try to be cheeky with me, little sister. Or brother. One of the other. Alright. I only got a couple of them. But I'm going to go pull the extended now. If you want some wicked voodoo on this, and you know I'll pull a bunch of readings, it's there for you. Link is in the description. If you like this, I hope this reading was helpful. I do. It'll help you with other people's readings, because I know y'all cheat on me. I know. It'll help you with other people. I'm fine with it. I just would have appreciated if we talked about it first. It's no big deal. It's only cheating if you do it behind someone's back. If you tell them, it's not. I'm just saying. But this reading here will help you with other people's readings too. Okay? Pay attention. They're going to see all the stuff, and you're going to know when you watch the reading. They're going to blame it on all sorts of things. But you're going to see it. And you're going to know why. It'll help you analyze what they're doing. Okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I helped one person today, I've done my job, especially with my underwear tip about meeting people. Underwear on the outside, very bad. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers. everybody who shares, everybody who watches. All right? All right, I'm going to go pull the extended, everyone. And if you want it, the link's in the description. It's there for you. All right, good luck.